Hi guys, we now have the Prelims 2024 Performance Analysis tool. This tool contains all the parameters on which you want to judge your 2024 performance. This is a special software, it's a different app, and therefore it will require you to make an account. So for that purpose, you'll have to share your email ID with me. I'll send a link of this software with you. I'll share it with you. And you make an account, and then I'll transfer all of this information in that account, right? So this is how we'll have to go about it. When you get that information, you'll be seeing your screen exactly as the way you are seeing it on my screen right now. So the first thing that you'll have to do is to delete the first 4 blank columns. All right, these are just blank columns. These are necessary evil basically. Just for speeding up the process, I've kept these 4 columns so that I can quickly copy paste the information, no other reason. So just delete them when you get this information, and you start from this. So your screen will look something like this, and the first column that you have is set a question number. You can always increase or reduce the size of the column, just drag it, right? You go to the top, take your mouse to the top, and when the you get a vertical blue line, you just drag it like this, right? So every column you can do like this. Set a question number. You can see that you have orange hue, orange color in this column, and that is because it is sorted by this field. So we have a sorting of questions as per set A here. If you have other set, if you want to do this for any other set, we have all the other sets also, B, C and D. You can simply sort it for these sets. For example, just click to sort and select what you want to sort. So go to set B question number A to Z. If you want it from question number 100 to 1, you have to do it from Z to A. If you want it from question 1 to 100, of course, which has to be the case, you just keep it A to Z and just click outside. So you can see that you now have the entire database as per set B from question number 1 to question number 100. And now if you see what has happened to set A, see the question numbers have changed. So it begins from question number 41. So I'll just keep it from as per set A only. All right, I'll just keep it as set A, and one sec, it is no, not this one. Just a little bit of confusion. Yes, now it is there. All right, I'll just change this name to something to delete. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so make sure that you are choosing the right sorting. Okay, so set a question number, you have to pick this column only, and then it will sort correctly. So the first column is the set a question number. I'm just reducing the size of this column so that we can just see what else we have. You have the question here. Now if you want to increase the size of the column, okay, the cell, basically you come here, this icon, row height, just click it. We have short selected right now. If you just click medium, it will increase, tall it will increase further, extra tall it will increase further. So this is the maximum that you can go. This is the limitation of this software. It's not like Excel or Google Sheets that you can increase the size of the cell to any degree. This is the maximum that you can increase the size of the cell in this software. It's just a limitation of this software basically. So keeping it short helps us analyze faster. If you want to read the question more, you'll have to make it tall or extra tall, whatever as per your convenience. Also, the questions are not very professionally put here because it is not the purpose to have very error-free questions here. It is just that you can identify what question we are talking about, because this tool is more about analyzing the performance and not really about the question and the correctness of the spellings, etc. So typos, I've just very quickly copy pasted the questions here. So some errors might be there in the question, but the point is you will be able to identify what question we are talking about, and that is the main purpose. So I've not really cleared all the errors in the typing, etc. here. Next is student answer, right? So this is the column where you have to put your answer. So if you see, just press the click one, just press this plus button, and you will see correct, incorrect, doubtful, or question not attempted. Now this is as per any coaching key, whatever coaching you trust, right? I have also given my key. Whatever coaching you trust, you can get that answer key, and as per that answer key, what have you marked? What is your question? Is your answer correct? Is your answer incorrect? Is your answer doubtful? Are you waiting for the official answer key? And have you not attempted the question at all? So you have to choose from these four. Okay, it should not be a multi-select, it should be single select only, right? So you will be able to select only one of these four for every question. Then you have my answer key. So that's nothing to explain here. After that, you have the next column, which is difficulty level. So here for every question I have put the difficulty level being easy, medium, hard, and leave the question, right? Something which is not to be done at all, just leave the question. So you can see for each question we have difficulty level, and you can have different entries. It's not that just one entry for each column, because some question might be hard question, but also it's of a nature which you should leave. So I've just put that additional information, right? So overall you can see the first the column that we have here relates to difficulty. Okay, then you have the next column, attempt analysis. So should I attempt? I means you, the student, should you attempt the question? Here we have these different entries. Must do. This is a question which you must attempt in exam. Maybe it's too easy, maybe it's very commonsensical, like it's a question which is a low hanging fruit. You must attempt it, you must do it. Then must take risk. Then this is a question which is low hanging fruit, but probably not really coming from your standard sources, not very preparable, but maybe commonsensical, or maybe it is doable via basic simple elimination. So you must take risk in such questions. Then do only if you know. So do only if you know. Wherever you see this tag, it basically means only when you have the information which the question asks, or some amount of information is needed in that question, only when you know it, you should attempt it, otherwise don't touch the question. Then you have may take risk. See, here you have must take risk. So this is a question low hanging fruit, out of the books, but it's doable. But when you see may take risk, it means it's a fairly difficult question, maybe it's a medium level question, the risks are higher. So if you are well prepared, if you feel good about the question, then you may take the risk. It's not that you have to leave the question. And lastly, you have must leave. So this is a question which is too difficult for the exam, or maybe exam stress, exam conditions. It's not advisable that you do these questions. So the tag that we have here is must leave. That's the meaning of this tag. Right? So you can see that for all questions we have the tags given. Next column is rounds. So before prelims, I had stressed that you should do the question paper in rounds. You should do the easier questions first and the difficult questions later. So we have 4 rounds, 1, 2, 3 and 4, from increasing order of difficulty. The easiest questions will be done in round 1 and the most difficult questions will be done in round 4. Right? So I've given it as per round 4, as per 4 rounds basically. Then you have ET. ET stands for elimination techniques. So easy ET means a question which does not require very high proficiency in elimination, basic proficiency in elimination. Basic means doing all PYQs from 2011 till 2023 at least 3 times. That will give you basic proficiency in elimination. So that will count as easy ET. Medium skill in ET will mean doing these questions at least 5 times. Hard ET means you need to do these questions at least, like these means 2011 to 2023, all PYQs from elimination angle 7 times. Hard will be, if you have done 7 times, then you will graduate to the hard ET questions. those questions will need option analysis, those questions will need statement analysis, a different like higher order thinking basically those questions will need. So these are the hard ET questions. And then ET fail, the questions where there's a fair chance that elimination could fail. And then you have SFQ, standard fact questions. Standard fact questions are those which can be fully solved from the information given in our standard books. So these are questions which we can easily prepare from our standard books, and thus these are very preparable, very expected, important questions. So these should not need elimination techniques. These should be solved via knowledge only. So that is the ET column, right? So this column you'll judge for whether a question should be done via knowledge, which is standard fact, or should it be done via elimination, and if elimination, what level of elimination, what proficiency of elimination it will use. For example, we have this question, question number 7, right, rainfall related. It's a medium level elimination skill it needs. Next question needs hard elimination, that means higher order, higher elimination skill, right? So it's a hard ET question. So and that is the ET column. Then you have the mistakes column. So this is mistakes analysis. So here the tags you will see are mistakes must not happen. So this would be very easy, very doable, very low hanging fruit kind of questions which everybody would do, right? So in these questions, wherever you see must not happen, mistakes must not happen, so these are the low hanging fruit questions which everybody is expected to get right. You should also get them right. Then mistakes are less likely to happen. These may be the easy ET kind of questions, maybe beyond the books, maybe require some basic commonsensical thinking, some basic elimination skill. So mistakes are less likely to happen. Then fairly likely mistakes are to happen, and highly likely mistakes are to happen. So this is increasing order of propensity to make mistakes, right? So we have the mistake analysis. Then we have nature of the question. So what are the kind of tags we have here? If a question is pure elimination, you'll have pure ET tag. If it is a pure knowledge question, you'll have pure knowledge tag. So basically pure knowledge question will be standard fact question, SFQ, right? So in the ET column, you'll have the SFQ tag for these questions. And if it is a question which requires mix of elimination thinking, logical thinking and knowledge, you'll have the mix tag. So that's the meaning of these tags. Next is accuracy column. So these tell you the expected accuracy, or generally what kind of accuracy do you have in the respective kind of question. So certain questions will have high accuracy, medium, low accuracy, and then leave the question altogether. So again, descending order of accuracy we have. Then subject wise analysis, of course all the subjects are there, environment, history, culture, right? All these, this is basic, you'll understand that. So subject wise analysis, source wise analysis, right? If you want to see what is the source of the subject. So we have NCRTs, we have PYQs. Now PYQs can be repeated content wise, right? Some content from PYQs is directly given in the question. PYQs can be repeated trap wise. Some trap in the question is getting repeated from some older PYQ. So this will require like elimination approach basically. Then you can have some structure wise, some similar statement, similar structuring of the question. Is there some approach which we used in a similar question previously? That same approach is being used. So different ways are there in which previous year questions can be beneficial, can get repeated. So all of those are combined in just one tag, PYQs. Then you have CA is current affairs, if it's a current affairs question. Reference books, if the question can be solved from reference books. If it is old NCRT, so the NCRT that we have here, this is the new NCRTs, and for old NCRTs we have a separate tag. Then if it's a random question, like it's not a question which is coming from our usual sources, just some random thing is asked, so you'll have the random tag. And then if it's a common sense question, you don't really need to study, you don't really need to prepare. Your overall life experience, and just if you think about the question, you will be able to make some headway in that. So if it's a common sense question, this tag will be used, right? So that's the source column. Then you have the number of statements. So one statement, two statement or multi-statement, only 3 tags are there. And then of course you have all these sets, question number, set A, set B, C and D. Now, how do you analyze your performance? So the first thing, as I've already told you, you need to fill this column, student answer column. After that, you have to use this, what do I say, this button, right, filter. So just click, left click, add filter, add condition. So what is the condition? Now, for example, you want to see how many easy questions were there, right? So this first column, you will have to choose which column name. So these are all the column names, right? The column names are given on top here, right, behind your filter, this message. So these are the column names. You'll have to delete, as I told you, you'll have to delete the first 4 columns, okay? And then in your case, it will start with this name. So you want to see how many easy questions were there. So select difficulty level. So this is the name of the column. Has any of, and just press this, okay, easy. So now you can see in the bottom part of your screen, you have this number 34. So 34 questions were there which were easy, like 34 times this easy tag has been used. That means for 34 questions, obviously. So these are the questions which are easy. Now in certain questions, you'll see leave question tag also. So this basically means it's a very black and white question. If you know the information, you will be able to do it easily. That's why you have the tag of do only if you know, right? If you know the information, it will be easy for you, but if you don't know the information, there's no way you can solve the question, so you'll have to leave it. It's a very black and white kind of question, right? So difficulty level, easy, you filter the entire set for easy questions, and then in your student answer column, in this particular column, just see what kind of entries are there. How many of these you solved correctly, how many of these you solved incorrectly, how many of these questions you actually left, right? So this will give you an idea that maybe you missed certain questions which were easy, you did not attempt them. Then you think, why could you not attempt that question? Maybe you were too busy with other questions, your time got wasted in other more difficult questions, but these were the easy ones which you could not identify, right? So different reasons could be there. That's why, like, you will have to do it yourself, and this analysis you'll have to do like throughout the year. In just one sitting, you won't be able to look at all the parameters. So I've given you all this information. It has taken a lot of time for me, 1 month, almost a month time to prepare this database, just so that you can use it and get really great insights about your preparation, and so that you can inform your next attempt accordingly. Then you can, so basically for any and every column, you can put your parameters. You can also add conditions. So if you want to see questions which were easy and questions which you maybe you left, okay, or maybe you solved incorrectly, so you go for the student answer column. Now here you don't have any entry, right, or this. Basically, if you say the questions which you did incorrectly, so in that case it is going to tell you the questions which are easy and, okay, so and it's not telling you or. So if you put or, it's a different condition. If you put and, it's a different condition. In this case, you want to put and, okay. So be careful with what you are selecting here, and you put whatever other filter you want. So this way you can just keep on adding the filters, and for any column you can pick and choose what information you want to see. So this is like really minute way in which you can analyze this whole database. Now it is not showing any result. You can see 0 records are there. It's not showing any result here because there is no entry in the student answer column. So when you have given the entry, it will show you the corresponding results, right? So I hope it's clear. I just wanted to keep this video as short as possible and yet as informative as possible. I hope I've done a decent job. Do let me know in the comments. If you have any doubt about how to use this tool to see questions in a particular way, for example, you just message me in the free mentorship channel, in the free elimination techniques course channel, and I'll make short tutorials like I've made this one. Also, if you feel there is some parameter which is not there in the ones which I'm giving you, you can simply add it, right? So just click this. You can simply add what kind of parameter, just name the column, and then what kind of information do you want? Do you want a single line text, long text, attachment, checkbox, right? Or just click what you want, click OK, and then you can just start adding your information. So you can create your own parameters if in case it is missing from the one the database I'm sharing. So I hope you like this video. Do let me know what you think about it, what you think about this tool. And of course, it's a completely free tool. To get it, you need to message me your email ID. So two things you have to do actually: join the free elimination techniques course channel, and also through personal chat, message me your email ID. Through the email, I'll give you link of this software. You make an account, and then I'll be able to share this database with you, right? So, and then you can just copy this database at your end and then keep on like analyzing your performance. So that's all from my side in this video, and let me know what you feel about it, what you feel about this tool, and hopefully we'll meet very soon. Thank you so much. Take care. All the best.